everyone. Today we are going to learn the next test in testing of hypothesis, name is student t-test. In last lecture we have already learned the first test in testing of hypothesis, name is z-test. In the testing of hypothesis, first step is to formulate the null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis is denoted by H0 and the alternative hypothesis is denoted by H1 only. Okay, now the next step is specification of level of significance. Level of significance is denoted by alpha. The third step is selection of test statistic and its calculation. Today's test is student T test. So name is T. So test statistic is denoted by T. And in Z test, the test statistic is denoted by Z. Okay. Now the next step is finding out the critical values from the table, that is statistical table, using the level of significance and degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom is nothing but the number of independent observations, and the level of significance is nothing but the probability of type 1 error, and it is denoted by alpha. Now the fifth step is decision about the null and alternative hypothesis. That means the reject H0 or accept H1. Okay. And the last is writing conclusion in such a way that the answer in one hand. Let's see the test student T test. Student T test is used when your sample size is less than 30 and the population standard deviation sigma is unknown. When we use the Z test is used when the sample size is greater than or equal to 30 and the sigma, that is the population standard deviation, is known. But the student T test is used when the sample size is less than 30 and the population standard deviation, that is sigma, is unknown. T test is used for testing population mean mu on the basis of sample. Let x1, x2, xn be the n samples from random variable x. What are the notations? Mu is for the population mean, x bar is for sample mean, n is sample size, and s is for the sample standard deviation. And what is sigma? Sigma is the population standard deviation and s for sample standard deviation. Mu is for population mean, x bar is sample mean, and n is the sample size. But here the sample size is less than 30 and this population standard deviation sigma is unknown. So what is the first step in testing of hypothesis? First step is to formulate the null and alternative hypothesis. So null hypothesis is denoted by H0. So H0 is equal to mu naught. If there is the equality condition in the statement, then that hypothesis is called as the null hypothesis. So mu is equal to mu naught, that is null hypothesis. And what is alternative hypothesis? Alternative hypothesis which is opposite to null hypothesis. So opposite is mu is not equal to mu naught, or mu is greater than mu naught, or mu is less than mu naught. If there is a not equal to condition, then it is called as the two-sided test. If it is greater than condition, then it is called as the one-sided right test. And if mu is less than mu naught, then it is called as the one-sided but left test. If there is the not equal to condition in alternative hypothesis, then it is called as the two-sided test. If there is the greater than condition, then it is called as the one-sided right, and if less than condition is there, then it is called as the one-sided left test. Then the second step involved in the testing of hypothesis is to specification of level of significance. Level of significance is denoted by alpha and it may be fixed at 1%, 5%, 10%, etc. Okay, now the third step is test statistic and its calculation. The given test is T test. So the formula for calculating the test statistic is T is equal to x bar for sample mean, mu is for population mean, s for sample standard deviation, and n is for sample size. So formula is x bar minus mu divided by s upon root n. What is the formula for calculating the test statistic for Z test? Formula is x bar minus mu divided by sigma upon root n. In Z test, sigma is known but in t-test sigma is unknown. That's why we use the estimate of population standard deviation, that is S, sample standard deviation. Instead of sigma, just write down S. And how to calculate S, that is the sample standard deviation formula is square root of summation x square minus summation x bracket square divided by small n whole divided by n minus 1. If we are given only the values of x, then make the column x square. We need the summation x and summation x square for calculating the value of S. So x square means sum of column of x square and summation x means sum of column of x. What is x square? Just squaring the values of x sides. Okay. And how to calculate x bar? Formula for calculating the x bar, that is sample mean, is x bar is equal to summation x divided by small n. Now the fourth step is stable value or critical value. There are the three cases: two-sided test, one-sided right and one-sided left. So for three cases there is a different values of table value. For two-sided, see the value for alpha by 2 in statistical table. For one-sided, see the value for alpha only. And what is the degrees of freedom for t-test? If we are given the n observation, the degrees of freedom is n minus 1. That is, there are n minus 1 independent observations in a given series of data. Okay. For two-sided, see the table value for alpha by 2, and for one-sided, see the value for alpha only. Now the next is decision criteria. There are the three cases: two-sided, one-sided right and one-sided left test. So the decision for the three cases are different. Okay. So the first is two-sided test. For two-sided test, there are two rejection region, one to the right side and one to the left side, and the middle part is acceptance region. And this one is positive table value, that is positive critical value, and this point is nothing but the negative table value. If the test statistic value is greater than critical, positive critical value, then we reject H0. And if the test statistic value is less than minus critical value, then again we reject H0. But if your test statistic value lies between minus stable value to plus stable value, then we accept H0. Okay. Now H1, mu is greater than mu naught. If there is the greater than, that is one-sided right test, then only the one rejection region which is situated to the right side. So if the test statistic value is greater than critical value, that is table value, then we reject H0, otherwise accept H0. Okay. And if the test is one-sided left test, then only one rejection region is there to the left side, and the left side, the point is minus critical value, that is minus stable value. If your test statistic value less than minus stable value or minus critical value, then we reject H0, otherwise we accept H0. Let's see one example. The machine is desired to produce an insulating washers for electrical devices of average thickness of 82 mm. The random sample of 20 washers was drawn on it and their thickness in mm were recorded. The data values are 65, 75, 78, 68, 72, 74, 76, 78, 69, 77, 81, 80, 78, 90, 93, 84, 69, 80 and last is 81. The total observations we are given 20 because the random sample of 20 washers was drawn on it. The hypothesis is H0 mu is equal to 82 versus H1 mu is less than 82 at 5% level of significance. See, here the hypothesis we are given H0 mu is equal to 82 versus H1 mu is less than 82. That means one-sided left test because we are given mu is less than 82. Here mu naught value is 82. Mu naught is any specified value. So here mu naught value we are given 82. Okay. So and here n is equal to 20. We are drawn 20 washers. Okay, so and here the sigma, that is the population standard deviation, is unknown. We are not given the value of sigma. Okay, so here the n is less than 30 and sigma is unknown. That's why we used here the student t-test. What is the test statistic for student t-test? Is x bar minus mu divided by s upon root n. Here the n value is 20, mu is 82 mm. But what is the value of x bar and s? So first calculate the value of x bar and s. So here we are given the exercise value are 65, 75, 78, 68, 72, 74, 76, 78, 69, 77, 81, 80, 78, 90, 93, 94, 84, 69, 80 and last is 81. For finding the value of s and x bar, we need the summation x and summation x square. So first make the column x square. What is mean by x square? Just squaring the values of x. So 65 square, that is 4225. 75 square, that is 5625. Similarly calculate remaining one and just calculate the total of first and second column. So summation x is 1562 and summation x square is 123,176. Now just plug the values of summation x and summation x square in the formula of s and x bar. So s is equal to, formula is square root of summation x square minus summation x bracket square divided by n whole divided by n minus 1. What is the value of summation x square? 123,176 minus what is summation x? Summation x is 1562. Its square divided by n. What is the n value? 20 and n 20 minus 1, that is 19. So 1562 square divided by 20, that is value is 121,992.2 divided by 19. So 123,176 minus 12992.2 divided by 19, that is 62.30. So square root of 62.30 is 7.8930. So this is the value of sample standard deviation, that is small s. Then x bar, what is the formula for calculating the x bar? Is summation x divided by small n. Summation x is 1562 divided by 20, that is 78.1. So what is the first step involved in the testing of hypothesis? To formulate the null and alternative hypothesis. What is the null and alternative hypothesis? We are given in example h0 mu is equal to 82 versus h1 is mu is less than 82. Now the second step is specification of level of significance. So what is the level of significance? We are given in example 5% LOS. LOS means level of significance. So we are given 5% level of significance, that is alpha is equal to 5%. Now the third step is test statistics. So calculate the test statistic. Formula is t is equal to x bar minus mu divided by s upon root n. So just plug the value of x bar, mu, s and root n, then we will get the value of t. What is the value of x bar? X bar is 78.1 minus what is the mu value? 82 divided by what is the value of s? 7.8930 divided by square root of n. N is 20. So 78.1 minus 82 divided by 7.8930 divided by square root of 20. The value is minus 2.2096. Now the fourth is critical value. Critical value means statistical table value. So statistical table value we are given in example is 2.093. Okay, so here the test is one-sided left test. So see the value for alpha only and the value is 2.093 and the last is decision criteria. The given test is one-sided left test. So only one rejection region is there to the left side, rejection region, and the right side part is acceptance region, and here the point is positive table value, sorry, negative table value. So table value is 2.093. So this point is minus 2.093. What is the test statistic value? Test statistic value is minus 2.2096. So this test statistic 2.2096 lies in which region? Here the minus 2.0. So here the minus 2.1, then minus 2.2. So minus 2.2 lies in the rejection region, so we reject H0. So our conclusion is to reject H0. So here H0 is rejected, that means accepted H1. So this is the example of student T test. In next lecture we will see the unpaired T test. Thank you.